Good morning, Tampa Bay. Welcome to the Business Happy Hour. I hope you're having a great Wednesday or maybe a great Sunday morning if you're tuning in on 970. We are glad you guys are listening, and we are not going to disappoint you today. We're having a great Wednesday at 11 a.m. right now. We're live on 1250 for the Business Happy Hour, and if you don't know who we are, Frank, Ryan, Doug, and myself, Frank. That's me again. I get to introduce myself twice. We're the hosts of the Business Happy Hour, Tampa Bay's #1 radio show for all things business and entrepreneurial-based stuff. Fun stuff. We always bring you guys a good show. We take the time out of our busy schedules every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to come to you guys live and help you with your businesses, give you some advice. Hopefully you're not going to make the same mistakes we did over the last 20 years. Hopefully you're going to learn something, but hopefully the most importantly, you're going to have a great time listening to us on the show. And today's no different. What do you got, Gary? You got something for us?
I have a Facebook message from Shauna in Dade City. She wants to know how to start a business plan.
How to start a business plan. All right, tell you what. Let's save that. Can we save that question for, let's say, into first or second segment? That'd be a good one for you, Shauna. We're going to talk to you about business plans because I know Ryan's a big fan of this. All businesses need to have a business plan. And speaking of Ryan,
I'd be happy to answer that for Shauna.
Yeah, Ryan, we've answered that a couple times on the show, and that's a great question. So we're definitely going to get to that one, Shauna. Ryan, that's Ryan Pelky, the owner of TampaBay Plumbers. How you doing?
Fantastic, Frank. How you doing this morning?
Good, dude. I'm amped up today. Can you tell?
Yeah, you should be. Today's a beautiful day.
It is. We live in paradise.
We're at the end of this weather where it's just flawless. Wake up every morning and it's perfect.
It's a little cool outside.
I love it. I loved it. I think this is exactly where I want it to be personally.
Doug asked me if I was cold this morning. I was a little cold, but I'm a tampon. So
we got another month or two of this weather, then it turns to hot and sticky.
Yeah, then we get to look forward to that for about 4 or 5 months, 6 months. And
so that booming voice was Doug Ford, the owner of Suncoast Roofing Solutions. You can find them at 888-888-ROOF. How we doing, Doug?
No complaints at all.
Is it cold out for you?
I enjoy that. I'm wearing shorts and T-shirts, so I enjoy this weather. These golfing weather.
It is good. It is good golfing weather. That's why we can golf 12 months a year over here in Tampa. And by the way, Tampa Bay Plumbers can barely talk today. It's 813-PLUMBER, 813-PLUMBER. And Ryan's the one who gave me the incredible idea to buy not only the phone number 813-Mortgage, but the website 813mortgage.com almost 5 years ago. Matter of fact, I just renewed my Magic Jack subscription.
Vanity phone numbers are very important. They really are.
Literally on the patio with Ryan one evening, he's like, yeah, 813-Plumber, it's amazing. Let's see if there's 813-Mortgage. And he types it in, he finds out it's literally a Magic Jack phone number. Yeah. So business owners, you don't have to spend thousands on, that's my first tip of the day, you don't have to spend thousands on vanity numbers because Magic Jack will sell you 5 years for about $150.
The problem with most vanity number companies, they only sell a territory. And so the moment that you stop paying them, all that advertising that you have in place or had in place that could still be out, like the print advertising, it takes a long time for print advertising to go away. Right. So those vanity numbers are going to be ringing for someone else.
That's a good point. So I made very sure. I set all kinds of reminders that I did not want to lose that because after a couple people do that, they catch on. Mm-hmm. Doug?
Yeah, I had the 888 number, and I have the same thing. I pay for all of Florida, but the thing is, if someone calls me from an out-of-state number, a lot of times it doesn't pick it up.
Yeah.
But I basically paid for a 5-year contract, like a 5-year contract.
It's where they're dialing from.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying. I didn't catch that.
That's the part I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But there's not, in order to
know the geographical, because you could be from Alabama.
Correct.
You could have a cell phone from Alabama.
Probably most of my clients are all local, but it's
maybe there's some geofencing, or I don't know how they do it. I really don't get it.
Geofencing. If you guys don't know what that word is, we're going to learn. We've got an in-house expert on some of this stuff. I'm not going to say who it is yet. I'm going to save that tidbit of information. It's
amazing what you learn in business when you don't even really think about it.
No, geofencing. That's what?
Geotagging.
Yeah, is that like the white PVC fence? The geofence? Very similar, right?
Yeah, very, very similar.
All right, guys. So we have a great show, but I want to tell you, if you want to be a guest on the show, please email us. Email us and let us know that you want to be a guest, or reach out on the Facebook page, the Business Happy Hour Facebook page, like Gary just mentioned. Gary, what if they want to call in and be a guest? What should they call?
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
What about the email address? Do you know our email address?
No, but I do know we have one. And you can have Alexa play Business Happy Hour on 1250 WHNZ every Wednesday. Set your alarm for it at 11.
That's right, Alexa. All you have to do is ask Alexa, and she'll actually play it. But if you do want to email us to be a guest on the show, you're welcome to do that. It's BHH for Business Happy Hour, BHHIHeart@gmail.com. That's BHHIHeart@gmail.com. So please email us if you guys are interested in being a guest on the show, or call in. Please call in to that number. What was it again, Gary?
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
All right, guys. So it's good to have a great show today. Today we have a very interesting show. We have a guest who's going to teach us about a couple different interesting facets of business. So let me ask you, have you ever heard of being a local tourist? Did you guys know that most people only journey roughly 5 miles from their home in their own city when it comes to having fun, going to dinner, going to events, and doing things? I bet you didn't even know that there are hundreds of events going on just outside of that 5-mile limit that you've never heard of. I know growing up in North Tampa, we used to always joke that we don't go south of Kennedy. Now there's multiple reasons that we don't go south of Kennedy, but apparently I didn't know that I was part of that 5-mile radius. So we all love the city where we live. I mean, we live in paradise right here. We're just talking about how beautiful this weather is. But I don't think anybody would have ever convinced me that they could show me that there's so much more to my city, so much more to do, until I met today's guest, Joe. All right. And Joe, he's going to talk to us about that. He's also going to talk to us about his business story. This is a business show here. And we're going to talk about how he went from trying to go into the residual business of insurance and then into consulting. And then Joe realized something, like a lot of you business owners do, that he found something that was successful, something that was interesting that he could take to the next level. And it's something that I found extremely interesting. So as a Tampa native, I'm proud to say that Tampa is awesome. And you're going to understand a little bit more about that later in the show. I met my guest today, Joe. I'll tell you who he is a little bit later. But I was researching some nice gifts to give to clients. I was trying to find something different. We've had on the show our good friend Colton Newborn from Coto. We had him on to talk about the art of giving gifts. Giving gifts in business is an art. My opinion is that you should always give someone a gift, no matter how big or small the transaction is. But I like to think back when I was much younger and I hung out at my grandparents' house. And I remember rummaging through their drawers and their cabinets, and I found this box of these half wooden, half glass beer mug things. And they had in the wood, it said the Cotos on there. And I always thought, man, what is this? And my grandfather was like, oh, well, the Toyota dealership gave that to us because we keep buying cars from Toyota. And I'm like, wow. I was like, and you kept it? Like that actually mattered. And I asked him a little bit more about it, and I said, well, how much business do you do with these guys? He's like, well, we bought 8 cars from them, and I probably referred 20 people to them. I'm like, and what do they do? They give me a gift every single time I do it. So if you think about this as a business owner, buying a car, I mean, what is it, at least $20,000 even back then, right?
Oh,
maybe $15,000.
Yep.
And these cups are $10, $25, but they meant something. They meant something to them. So, funny thing is, both my grandparents are gone, and now I own those cups, and they're under my bar. So that's what made me think about it when I was looking for gifts and talking about the show. But you have to give a gift as a business owner. The process of giving a gift is definitely an art, and you want to give something that's special. So I'm going to cut through all the BS. I'm going to go right into who our guest is today, and it's Joe Malinowski, and he is with TampaBay is awesome. And I'll start by telling you guys, if you want to learn a little bit about Joe while we're on the show, you want to go to, is it TampaBayIsAwesome.com?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is Joe Malinowski with TampaBayIsAwesome.com, and thanks for coming on the show, Joe.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And I didn't go too much into your business stuff because I want you to tell your story, but you do something very interesting when it comes to social media, and that's such a general word these days. But what you've done is very special because you've cornered the local market.
Yeah, it's always been just a fun kind of passion project. We set this company up in 2013, really without the intention or the initial intention of monetizing it. We knew we wanted to just start working on building and connecting our communities. We knew that one of the different communities that we were trying to work with, I had a consulting practice initially, and we were going to start working and trying to bid on the marketing contracts at these different cities. They're multiple-year RFPs. There's a bunch of hoops to jump through. So we said to ourselves, let's just go try and see if the ideas that we have will work. And we started it in downtown Tampa before downtown Tampa was as awesome as it is now with all of the just fantastic stuff opening all the time. But we launched downtown Tampa. It's awesome. 2013, it was August. We said, let's spend $500 and see if the ideas work. And within 45 days, we had one of the largest audiences promoting downtown Tampa. And from there, started building other pages. So now we've got South Tampa's awesome, Dunedin's awesome, Clearwater Beach.
Now, I
Ybor
understand
City.
that you had said that in that 45 days, you built an online following that's bigger than what the city of Tampa already had on their website.
So it was the Downtown Tampa Partnership. So it's not the city itself. So Downtown Tampa Partnership's what was working on everything within the CRA there. I think they had 5,000 or 6,000 people. So we surpassed that number within that first 45 days, which was super cool. We did spend like $1,000 eating and drinking, getting a lot of fun stuff done, but $500 spent on ads. So.
Man, that's awesome. So we're going to take a quick break here in the Business Happy Hour. And when we come back, we're going to have Joe Malinowski from TampaBay is Awesome tell us his business story. I want to talk to Joe about, where you started when you went into business, Joe, and how it led you into this great idea. And then we're going to dive in to exactly what you do. And if you guys are watching us right now on the YouTube channel, check this out. This is the book, TampaBay is Awesome. This is what I now give to all of my closed clients in my business. Pretty sweet book. And don't forget, if you're looking for a good photographer, our in-house photographer is Rick Toseda. You find him at rickvisuals.com. There he is. There's Rick and the lovely Lucille around the corner. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour. We're going to be back in just a minute with Joe Malinowski with TampaBay is Awesome. Have all the rain and storms this year left your roof unprotected? Do you need an honest, reliable, and trustworthy roofing company? Call Suncoast Roofing Solutions today at 813-283-2544 for a free evaluation and no obligation estimate. You'll appreciate their personalized solutions and no-pressure consultants. You can find Suncoast Roofing Solutions on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first.
Hey, are you a plumber in Tampa Bay or know a plumber looking for a great career change? Tampa Bay Plumbers is looking for several qualified service plumbers with top compensation packages between $75,000 and $100,000 per year, offering paid holidays, vacation pay, major medical, and unbeatable work environment. We are the highest rated company because of our plumbers, and we want you to join our team today. Call 813-PLUMBER. That's 813-PLUMBER. Remember, plumbing problems are no problem for Tampa Bay Plumbers.
This is Frank Coto, president of Lincoln Lending Group and 813mortgage.com, your no junk fee mortgage lender. If you're a veteran and you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, please visit 813mortgage.com today and complete your fast, free 5-minute VA loan application. My team will approve you in less than 24 hours, and we will beat any written loan estimate from any other bank. Thank you to all of our customers who made us the #1 mortgage lender in Tampa over the last 19 years. Call 813mortgage today, and don't forget, you drop the E, we'll drop your fee.
When I had my brother take me places, it was always like, we have to get there early so I can smoke a cigarette before we go inside. I'm in pain. I'm a little sister.
We always have to stop for cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. Get up first thing, smoke a cigarette. Before lunch, after lunch, another one on the way home, before dinner, after dinner. Now that I'm talking about it, I kind of feeling like I've lost about 4 hours of every day.
I didn't realize it was that much.
Yeah, I know. I decided I needed to find an alternative. So I started looking, and then Juul came up. I did both for a while. Eventually I just switched over, and it's very quick. I honestly feel like I remember recently you asking me, like, did you want to smoke before we go in? And I was like, no, I don't need to.
Mimi made the switch July 2015. Make the switch at Juul.com. That's JUUL.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
Now, get a $50 credit to give your first job posting premium placement at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply. Additional terms online.
I'm Alexandra. I'm the styling director at Gilt Group. I've always believed that when a woman is in an outfit that she loves, she not only looks amazing, but she feels amazing too. What am I working for? To inspire confidence through style.
At ADP, we're designing a better way to work so you can achieve what you're working for. HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll. Informed by data and designed for people. Learn more at design.adp.com.
Mark Levin is now on 1250 WHNZ.
Let's step back and look at these proposals coming from the Castros and the Democrat Party. 70 to 90% top marginal tax rate. A income for all, free college, student loans wiped out, Medicare for all. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't Venezuela. This is worse than Venezuela.
Hear Mark Levin, weeknights at 7 on 1250 WHNZ. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. If you missed our first segment, you don't know who we are. We are three successful business owners who get together every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to share our stories of business trials and tribulations, success and failure. I'm Frank Coto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group and 813mortgage.com. In case you need a no-fee mortgage, just apply at 813mortgage.com. Ryan Pelky, the owner of TampaBay Plumbers. You can find them at 813-Plumber for all your plumbing needs. And Doug Ford, owner of Suncoast Roofing Solutions, 888-888-ROOF. Tile, wood, solar, everything.
Wood.
At least I knew he was listening at least. No,
usually, what most roofs in Florida are going to be shingles, tile, metal.
Didn't they? Roofs used to be wood, didn't they?
Cedar shake.
Mansard?
Yeah. A mansard is just a style
that's just
roof.
The side.
That's a roof that's like you see. It looks like it's flat all the way around it.
Yeah, and then flat on the top, right?
Yeah, typically.
So they used to be cedar plank.
Cedar shake. Yeah.
Cedar shake.
Yeah, and there's still some, but I mean, you don't see them too much. They don't last that long.
They typically have buckets on the inside of the house. they come with at least 5 buckets.
Hey, so before we our guest today on the show, by the way, is Joe Malinowski with TampaBay is awesome, and we're going to learn about Joe's history of getting into business and how he developed TampaBay is awesome from a really good idea to a really good business. Before that, we have a listener, Shayna, and she sent a question in that we're going to let Ryan answer. Shauna, I'm sorry, Shauna. It's not Shayna, it's Shauna. But the question was, what was it? How do I write a business plan? A business plan. Ryan, I'd say, is the in-house expert on that.
I love business. I love business planning. I think it's essential whenever you're trying to start a business. I mean, I think if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I highly recommend any entrepreneur that's considering launching a new company to have a very thorough business planning process. You're going to discover a lot of things that you didn't think of, and no matter how much thought you put into it, you're going to come across a lot of things that you didn't think of.
Yeah, I still actually have my college template for my business plan, and I always have people ask me, how you write a business plan? I just send them my template, and literally it goes line by line, everything you need to answer, and by answering, you literally you create your business plan.
But just in a few seconds here, I would highly recommend that you go down to a Barnes & Noble, look at some business planning books. You can get one for probably $20. That'll help you think of a lot of things that you didn't have in your mind, like insurances, bonds that you may have to buy, a lot of the regulatory type of things that licensing. Most people don't think about that type of stuff when they're considering starting a business. And then obviously, you need to know how you're going to make your money, what your job average is going to be, or what your average sale is going to be, how many sales you're going to have to make in order to hit your bottom line. There's a lot of those types of factors that you're going to have to put into the business plan, and that book that you buy from Barnes & Noble or wherever you go and get it, Amazon, that's going to help you kind of as a template, like what you were talking about, and just fill in the blanks. And you can always come down to TampaBay Plumbers at 6205 Johns Road, Suite 11 and 12, and have a meeting with me, and I'll be happy to give you some good insight on it, because you really can't teach you how to do a business plan in a minute and a half on the radio, but I would love to sit down with you in person and give you some pointers.
That's awesome. That's exactly what the Business Happy Hour is here for, guys, is teach you anything we can help with in business, whether you're trying to start a business, whether you run a business, whether you have extremely successful business. We want to learn how you got there. And speaking of successful people, we have Joe Malinowski as our guest on today. And Joe, you were just telling us a little bit about TampaBay is awesome and the basics of where you were going, but I want to take a step back. Tell us your story. What did you, right out of school or whatever, what did you start doing and what led you down this path?
Yeah, when I was going to school at USF, I had some friends that got into insurance, and I remember going into a business calculus class. I hadn't taken math in 2 years. It was a guy that I couldn't understand. I was like, yeah, this is probably not going to work. So I just walked out. That was it. I finished. I ended up with an AA at USF, but had some friends that got into insurance, set up an agency when I was 21, built it for a few years. The first month was amazing. I went through, warm market, so I had no shortage of people to talk to, and then I was like, great, business is going to be fantastic. And then month 2, I was like, okay, so checks don't just keep coming, right? I set up a business. I hit up some other buddies and like, what should I do? They're like, go to a networking event. Like, where do I find them? I found one that was at the Perkins that was in Carrollwood over on Fletcher, right?
Yeah,
like Fletcher and
just north of, or just south of
where
Fletcher.
PDQ is now. So funny enough, I ended up meeting my wife there years later, which was cool.
At Perkins?
At the networking meeting. She came to the networking meeting. So went to that meeting, found about a dozen other groups that were going on. So started that was my day-to-day job, was I'm just going to go to as many networking meetings as possible. After a few years, and now taking over these groups and building them, we moved from the Perkins to what was Mimi's, and then now it's BlackRock, I think. We had 80 people a week showing up. It was super cool. It was a great time, and there was so many events. This was in like 2007, 2008, when there were like hundreds of events going on all the time. So I figured I should set up a website that just organizes where all these different places are, because you'd have people that would hand out like a flyer every week. I was spending like $100 a month on flyers showing people where these events are. So let me just create a website. We called it Business Networking Life. And my buddy showed me. I got hosting, I got a domain, put it together, had a WordPress website, and had no idea how to do anything. I remember I spent 3 hours trying to move something in the code. I copied all the code out, removed stuff, and 3 hours later I figured it out. I mean, it was really moving a thing over, an insignificant amount. But I was like, I am a genius. I figured this stuff out. So that was my start into just the world of building a website. And then I told everybody about the website. Everybody said, how did you do this? Can you show us how to do it? I said, I don't really know, guys. This took me hours to do. It's really, I don't know all of the ins and outs. Like, please have a class. I told them, everybody, this is going to be the slightly less blind leading to totally blind, but let's give it a shot.
But it's funny, Joe. That's a lot of business right there. Is you figured something out and you just decided to help someone else and you said okay. That's part of how it starts.
And it's somebody who knows something that you don't. I mean, there's always something to learn. So we did our first class. It was at was Jay Christopher's, now Brunchies, and we had 20 people there. Charged $35 a head. I was making $100 a head on hosting, so $2,400 a day for 3 hours. It took 2 hours to get everybody connected to the internet, which was entertaining. But it was a fun class. I said, listen, I don't know if you guys want to do this again, but if you do, we can set it up and you can keep coming and we can keep learning together. So that accidentally spawned this, 3-year, month-to-month website training, social media training. How do we use Facebook? How do we use our website? And that was cool.
Yeah, all right. So, guys, we got to take a quick break. If you hear the music playing, we're going to be back in a minute with Joe Malinowski, and we're going to learn a bit more about how he took this to the next level and why I'm interested in it as a business owner and why you might be interested in it as well, more than just a book. TampaBayIsAwesome.com. Look it up. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour on 1250 and 970 with Frank, Ryan, and Doug. We'll be back in just a minute.
I'm Jessica Ettinger, CNBC. Stocks have turned around. They're headed south right now. The Dow is down 0.5%, down 126 points. The Nasdaq down 65 points. The S&P down 17 points. Boeing is holding a meeting today for customers and pilots to preview its fixes for the grounded 737 MAX jets. This will be happening in a few hours at its facility outside of Seattle. Sears has canceled life insurance coverage for retirees. The Chicago Tribune says this is one of the final generous benefits it promised to take care of its workers. The Federal Pension Benefit Guarantee Agency, which handles benefits for failed pension plans, has moved in to take over Sears Pensions, covering about 90,000 retirees. IHOP changed its name in a stunt, replacing the P with a B to promote burgers. Nobody's sure if Fat Burger's name change to Skinny Burger is real. CNBC.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-501-3689 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689. Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-501-3689 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
From the Florida Central Credit Union Home Loans Traffic Center.
Slow traffic northbound on 275 on the eastbound east end of the Howard Franklin Bridge, and westbound I-4 looks pretty slow from the Selman connector into 275. There's a crash in the left turn lane on Dale Mabry at North Village Drive, and a wreck in the right lane at northbound on US 19 at County Road 95. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line at 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by Universal Orlando Resort.
Get wild at Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. Splash down the new water adventure, Roaring Springs. Experience up-close connections with native wildlife and endangered species from around the globe. All this excitement and more awaits when you pay for a day and get the rest of 2019 free.
This is Frank Coto, president of Lincoln Lending Group and 813mortgage.com, your no junk fee mortgage lender. If you're a veteran and you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, please visit 813mortgage.com today and complete your fast, free 5-minute VA loan application. My team will approve you in less than 24 hours, and we will beat any written loan estimate from any other bank. Thank you to all of our customers who made us the #1 mortgage lender in Tampa over the last 19 years. Call 813-MORTGAGE today, and don't forget, you drop the E, we'll drop your fee.
From the Weather Center, Abrahamson and Uterwick, injury lawyers, proudly serving your community. Pinellas, Hillsborough.
Your Tampa Bay area forecast, partly cloudy and breezy, a few showers possible, 20% rain chance, high 74. Mostly clear and cooler tonight, low 55. Tomorrow, sunny and mild, high 78. For more news, weather, and traffic, tune to WFLA at 94.5 in St. Pete, 105.9 in Tampa, or 99.1 in Newport Richey.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all handcrafted beverages are only $2 for a 16-ounce and $3 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
You're listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. 3 successful business owners, Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford, here every Wednesday at 11 to talk to you guys about business. And don't forget, if you want to call in and comment, ask questions, just say how much fun you're having, you're going to call us at
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
All right, that's Gary, our in-house talk announcer. Gotta love it. So our guest today is Joe Malinowski with TampaBay is Awesome. In the previous segment, Joe was talking about how he got where he is in business. Kind of, it started with calculus. I'll tell you that. And I don't know if you guys remember any of the math classes in college, but
I still remember them.
Yeah, and what he said is a guy who barely speaks your dialect of English.
That's exactly what happened at Florida State, too.
Yeah, same thing.
Business calculus, I can't remember his name, but I failed it twice.
Yeah, you couldn't pronounce the name.
Couldn't understand him.
No, I mean, I think I failed college algebra 2 or something like that. It's just terrible. And it was almost the same story as Joe. About 2/3 through the class, I'm just like, I'm done.
But it goes to show you that he took an idea that was just something he was doing every day, and he converted it into a business. It's just a typical entrepreneur.
One thing that I didn't mention with that I forget, which is a cool part of the journey. I was reading Think and Grow Rich at the time.
Okay.
That's a good book.
And I just finished. I think it's like page 14 on the small
Who
paperback.
wrote that?
one.
Was that
Napoleon Hill?
No. Okay.
Napoleon Hill.
Napoleon Hill. And it just finished, like that chapter was, and it talked about cutting your safety net. So I was like, well, I have no reason to be in college because I don't really want to do this stuff, so I'm leaving. And that was it. It was like, this serendipitous moment. So it was pretty interesting where it's taken me thus far.
That's funny. So recap a little. So you got out of that. You went through insurance,
networking events, doing internet marketing trainings, and
people asked you to teach them. That's where it started. And you
people wanted us to teach, and then it was like an event every month. And I didn't anticipate doing it, but that's what we kind of got sucked into doing, which was a lot of fun. And then everybody who's coming to the class now wants to have meetings with me and pick my brain. So I ate really, really well for a couple of months, and I'm like, I should probably figure out how to get paid for this. Started randomly consulting, like, I don't know, I was like, all right, it'll be $100 and we'll hang out for a couple hours and see what that does. Fortunately, I had mentorship from a buddy of mine, Mark Katz, brilliant business consultant, been doing it for 40 years. And he said, hey, I like what you're doing in the internet side and the marketing side. Let's see if we can partner up and, work together. He'll do general business consulting, I'll do the marketing. And we went and shook hands and, hit the ground running for about 4 years together. And in the term of that, I really wanted to start working with cities. So I went to some meetings, found out the RFP process, and I said, listen, let's try this awesome thing. The theory was if we run these ads and we're running it with a name of something that people agree with, they'll participate on a much higher level. Because if you're trying to run ads for something and you're trying to, promote a business that no one has heard of and the business name doesn't relate to them, why would they follow you? So when we started Downtown Tampa is Awesome, we started running our ads to people in and around downtown who liked stuff in downtown already, and they converted amazing. From there, started building out all these other Facebook pages and now Instagram pages. So Clearwater Beach is awesome, Dunedin's awesome, South Tampa, 8 different pages. If you go to our website, Tampa Bay is Awesome, you can see all of them.
So it's literally, it's the word awesome that is the converter, because you could say just Tampa Bay Living. Yeah, I don't know if you get the type of impressions.
You don't, but it's more that it's the statement. So local company, U-Nation, I consulted with them, and they launched stuff to do in Tampa Bay, and it is amazing. That's got 110,000 people. So it's really the statement piece that you're using.
You were telling us you had how many people on yours?
We have 350,000 people right now.
And then you had how many impressions?
Last year we had 26 million.
Wow.
26 million impressions.
It's impressive.
What are you on track for now?
I'd love to say we're going to do 40 to 50. Numbers have really been just cranked up on every page since we've been doing a lot more live videos and just showing a lot more stuff. This is a lot of, and there's so much cool stuff. I mean, so many places opening. Armature, we were at last night, Emberd place on the roof, and everything that's happening at Water Street. We just have so much content. It just makes it a lot easier.
So be honest now, do you ever pay for a meal in this town?
I do pay for a meal in this town.
You shouldn't, bro.
I know.
You should not.
He paid for his own breakfast this morning.
Touche, yeah. There we go. Not even an hour ago.
I watched him do it, right?
Well, that's because he was on the show at the Business Happy Hour. I mean, come on.
That's right. That's right. We're a low-budget, well-funded machine over here. Is that an oxymoron? So Joe, you created the social media platform. Who can use it? Like, who would benefit from working with Tampa Bay is Awesome?
So the 2 areas that we really serve is one, the population, the community, just to, like you said earlier in the show, get them out of that 5-mile bubble, being a valuable resource to them. So follow us, check out our stuff, participate with the posts.
Oh, so anybody can go to the website and learn
absolutely.
What to do. Yeah.
There's just so much to do here that people take it for granted. There's literally unlimited things to do.
Our best performing post as an article is our dive bars post. So it's
really,
I forgot the number that we're at now, like 36 of the diviest dives in Tampa Bay. Continuously crushes it. I mean, like tens of thousands of clicks.
Goes to show the type of city we live in.
But they are normally really great.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Okay, name a couple, Joe. What, Skipper's on there?
Yeah, I mean, Skipper's, obviously, the Hub.
Okay.
Is Dagwood's on there?
Cataracts.
Is Dagwood's?
You have to go to it. You can pull it up on there right now.
Check it out.
It up right
and
there.
the cool thing is every time we post it, people tell us other ones that we forgot, and we've got kind of like our resident qualifier that like he looks them up. He's like, if they've got a website and it looks like this isn't a dive bar, guys.
Oh, okay. It classifies you as a dive bar, so you don't have a website.
If their urinals are attached to the wall,
Yes.
not a dive bar.
No, if they have urinals.
If you cannot smoke inside, it's not a dive bar.
We do not condone smoking illegally inside restaurants, although that's a good qualification.
Although we do appreciate it.
It's terrible.
Oh, for all you asthmatics out there. I'm one of you, sorry. Oh man, Joe. All right, so that's the people. Anybody can go to Tampa Bay is awesome. You can check out the webpage. You can learn stuff to do. Which I was joking. I wrote in my monologue. I never thought that I would find things to do living here my whole life that I didn't even know existed. Like I haven't even been to that Sparkman Wharf thing yet. And I hear that's a bunch of food trucks.
You're not missing much.
I'm not missing much. Oh, okay. All right, everybody's shaking their heads. Don't worry about it. Still give it a try. If you're in Tampa, give it a try. But finding something new to do in Tampa. But what about if you want to be a part of it? What if you want to join? You want to be advertised?
Yeah. If you're a business, if you go to the website, you click on our supporters tab. We've got 3 different programs. One's $36 a month, which is going to $49 actually on April 1st. Another one that's $129, and another one that's $249.
It's unbelievably cheap, man.
We wanted to set something up because there's so many people pushing and selling you different social media things. I'm like, I want something that I know people are going to 100% get the value out of this. It's not a huge commitment for them. It's something that we're able to build and schedule. And we spend some of that money. I mean, if you go to the page, you can see we spend $10 out of that $36 boosting your post and promoting that post that's doing well already. Right. If you do one of the higher ones, we do a little bit more. But shoot videos for the places, write articles, and really just help get their business exposed. Obviously, it works the best with hospitality-related stuff, fun food, events, anything entertaining, obviously just crushes it. If you're in Dunedin, Dunedin is a page that we set up earlier last year and is just crushing it. Like Dunedin, if you haven't been in Dunedin recently,
you got to go.
You have got to go.
Job.
It's amazing.
I would think concerts, Monster Jam, and the golf champion, the Valspar, all that stuff would have been.
We got invited, went to Valspar. We do promos for them. I mean, the tougher thing with the large audio or the large kind of venue stuff is they have their own internal promotion team, so you're not necessarily
they're all
working
over
with
the television and the radio. I mean,
yeah, but man, you're 350,000 people. That's a good audience. So you're going to start getting those types of
We're fortunate that they reach out. We do a ton of work with Valspar. We've done it for the last 3 years. They're super great. We are doing work with the cities now. We've got some cool contracts that help us create content for Clearwater, for downtown Tampa, and that's been one of the different ways that we kind of monetized it, and it's just been a blast. We want to find a way to eat, drink, have a great time, and get paid to do it.
Right. And it sounds like you have found a way. So all you guys thinking about jumping into business, listen to Joe. He's found a way right here to take something that he loves, he enjoys, and frankly, we all enjoy. I appreciate the fact that this gives us things to do, like you said, that are not on the beaten path, that don't have their own advertising and marketing, and like the dive bar thing. That's genius right there. Everybody likes a good old dive bar.
So what's your goal as far as market penetration? I mean, there's about 2.5 million people in Pinellas and Hillsborough County. That's pretty much your primary market?
Yeah, that's what we'll classify as Tampa Bay. Is we'll say that whole zone.
So when you hit 1 million followers, are you going to be like, okay, we've kind of hit our goal, or where are you going to?
The interesting number is, so let's say for our South Tampa's Awesome page, if we do a zip code targeting of South Tampa, I think our page is at 55,000 right now. The total population we would even be targeting is 65,000.
So yeah, you're pretty good, pretty awesome market penetration.
We're pretty saturated there, and now to build those pages, it's a bit more expensive. The areas that we've got the biggest opportunity is really the Dunedin side. We can keep growing the St. Pete page.
Dunedin is awesome.
Dunedin, man, that's my jam, man. I love Dunedin. A few new restaurants.
Safety Harbor.
Safety Harbor's coming up. I have not been there.
It's not there yet, but they're trying.
I love Safety Harbor.
Yeah.
Safety Harbor's
on
great.
The way.
It's a quaint little town.
West Chase is pretty cool.
Yep.
We can start that page. West Chase is pretty cool.
West Chase is pretty cool.
I didn't realize I just did that. Hey, sorry, West Chase. Maybe next year you'll be awesome.
Next year it'll be West Chase is mostly cool.
2020.
West Chase is cool.
Eventually it'll be awesome. Right now it's just kind of cool. How about Odessa? We're in Odessa, where I don't want anybody moving out there.
Yes.
Guys, Odessa's terrible.
Stay away.
It's terrible. You don't want to
cows and cow patties.
Yeah, it
New
smells.
Odessa. You'll love it.
Lots
The
of
problem
methane.
is things will eventually come up there. It just takes time.
We don't want them to, Doug.
But it will.
There's no roads.
No,
You can't do
That's
it.
right. That's right. South Mobley. All the roads are
Gun
like South
Highway.
Mobley.
Gun Highway.
All trails connect to
It
South
will be a
Mobley.
4-lane highway from Gun Highway 54.
Please, God, don't say that.
It will be.
Please don't say that. No. Anyway, love Odessa is awesome. Don't move to my area. Anyway, so guys, you're listening to Business Happy Hour. We're coming up on our last segment here with Joe Malinowski of Tampa Bay is awesome. And in the last segment, don't forget we do the business tip of the week, and it's going to be a good one, a good business tip of the week, especially if you're into social media advertising. And if you're looking for the best photographer in town, look no further than Rick Talseda at rickvisuals.com. rickvisuals.com. He's the best of the best. Photogs us every week. You're listening to Business Happy Hour. We'll be back in just a minute with Frank, Ryan, and Doug. Have all the rain and storms this year left your roof unprotected? Do you need an honest, reliable, and trustworthy roofing company? Call Suncoast Roofing Solutions today at 813-283-2544 for a free evaluation and no obligation estimate. You'll appreciate their personalized solutions and no-pressure consultants. You can find Suncoast Roofing Solutions on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first.
Hey, are you a plumber in Tampa Bay or know a plumber looking for a great career change? Tampa Bay Plumbers is looking for several qualified service plumbers with top compensation packages between $75,000 and $100,000 per year, offering paid holidays, vacation pay, major medical, and unbeatable work environment. We are the highest rated company because of our plumbers, and we want you to join our team today. Call 813-PLUMBER. That's 813-PLUMBER. Remember, plumbing problems are no problem for Tampa Bay Plumbers.
This is Frank Coto, president of Lincoln Lending Group and 813mortgage.com, your no junk fee mortgage lender. If you're a veteran and you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, please visit 813mortgage.com today and complete your fast, free 5-minute VA loan application. My team will approve you in less than 24 hours, and we will beat any written loan estimate from any other bank. Thank you to all of our customers who made us the #1 mortgage lender in Tampa over the last 19 years. Call 813mortgage today, and don't forget, you drop the E, we'll drop your fee.
In an era when it's tough to know which news outlets to trust, there's an alternative which gives you the information about the topics you're interested in. It's the Katz Roundtable with John Katzimatidis. From politics to pop culture, senators to media personalities, John Katzimatidis gets to the heart of what's really going on in politics, business, science, the world. Hear it all on the Katz Roundtable, Sunday mornings at 9. On Tampa Bay's Impact Radio, 1250 WHNZ.
If you had any idea how absolutely insane the stock market is,
Unconventional wisdom is sweeping the nation, and you are next.
you need to stop being dependent on a paycheck.
The Del Walmsley Radio Show is on 1250 Wins WHNZ, weekdays at 1 p.m.
What a difference a day can make. On Jersey Mike's Day of Giving, we're donating 100% of sales to a great local cause. Join us Wednesday, March 27th to help make a difference. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Given the sometimes dramatic fluctuations we're seeing in the stock market these days, it's understandable that folks are very much concerned about their financial futures. There's so many factors that impact our markets, from the Fed to world events to what happens in D.C., Beijing, and Moscow. That's where David Graham and the Graham Capital Advisors come in, because they're financial advisors who are trained in accurate market assessments, in making sure your savings are safe. But most important, they offer peace of mind, giving you confidence in knowing that you won't be the victim of market vicissitudes or hyperinflation or anything like that. The David Graham Advisors give you the confidence in knowing that your financial future is secure. And believe me, I know from experience in working with David and his people, that peace of mind is invaluable. If you'd like to secure that peace of mind for you and your family, call David at 800-808-5009 for a free consultation, or online at grahamcapitaladvisors.com.
Hi everyone, Misty Wells here. If you're tired of being cooped up in a cubicle and you're ready for some quality time outdoors, catch the Let's Take It Outside podcast anytime. Look for Let's Take It Outside on the iHeartRadio app on your phone and more than 2,000 other devices, including Alexa. Or go to WHNZ.com and find us on the podcast menu. Make some time. Find us on iHeartRadio and let's take it outside.
You're listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. If you have missed the first three segments of the show, you need to immediately ask Alexa to play the Business Happy Hour on iHeartRadio because you're missing a good one. We're in studio here with Joe Malinowski of Tampa Bay is Awesome. Check out TampaBayIsAwesome.com and you can learn more about it. But Joe has an amazing platform. If you want to just find something to do, get out of your comfort zone, get out of that 5-mile bubble, or if you want to possibly become a sponsor or let Joe help your business, he can tell you how to do that. Guys, I want to talk for a second about a really good cause. I've been a supporter for a few years now of a foundation, of a charity foundation called the RCF, the Realtor Care Foundation. In the last 6 months, we have helped 42 families with grants, guys. These are not second mortgages, but with grants of up to $5,000 per family to help them buy a house. And this is not the type of program that, you're going to go buy a house and you just want some help to do it and you've got money in the bank. This is for people who actually need help. You don't have to have a special situation, but just an example, we like to help out, single parents, struggling families, veterans coming back from fighting, anyone who really, really needs the help and they want to buy a house and they're paying their bills. They've got the credit to qualify. Lincoln Lending can obviously get your mortgage. You can work with somebody else. But the RCF, Realtor Care Foundation, they need your help. We've given away almost $200,000 and we basically have nothing left in the coffer to help out any more families until we get more donations. So if you guys can help out, that's great. You can look up the Realtor Care Foundation. They're in the GTAR, the Greater Tampa Bay Association of Realtor Building there on Kennedy. And I'm going to give you a direct phone number to the head of the board. He gave me permission to give this out for you guys this morning. His name is Tom Scaglione. He's a friend and a great guy. Tom Scaglione is on the board for the Realtor Care Foundation. You can donate $20, $50, or thousands of dollars, but if you have the ability to do it, we would really appreciate the help to help out local families. The number to call Tom is 813-310-8200, 813-310-8200, or just reach out to the Business Happy Hour, and I'll get you guys in touch. Now, speaking of realtors, Joe, the platform you guys built, you were telling me at breakfast, has a lot to do with realtors as well, that if you're a local real estate agent and you want to really corner the market, they might want to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's an area that we kind of stumbled into where we realized that all of the marketing that realtors are getting trained on is for them to build this, lifestyle community. It's like, well, we already built that, so what can we do with these agents and help kind of brand them as the most awesome agent in their community, help promote their listings, help promote their open houses, and it's fortunately been tremendous. We've got a lot of great agents around town.
Now you're giving only a certain number of agents per market, or how are you?
One per page. I can't make two people the most awesome person in town.
Wow,
so
it's very limited
it's super
spots.
exclusive.
Well, that's really exclusive.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So one St. Pete realtor.
Yeah. So
we're
with one agent, and she's the rock star, and
she is if it's who I'm thinking.
We can talk about it if we want to. I don't know. Leah, if you're listening to our amazing
Leah Hersworm, you are an amazing agent in St. Pete, and I have a feeling we're going to see more of you when it comes to Tampa Bay is Awesome.
Yep, super excited to work with her. We just brought on an agent over in Dunedin, so those two are pretty much locked down. We've had an agent in South Tampa for years. Buster Levin does a fantastic job, and
I've heard of Buster.
Yeah.
So are you doing in Pinellas County? Are you doing Clearwater, St. Pete, Dunedin, Palm Harbor? I mean, you're literally doing every.
No, I'm not doing every one of them. So we have Dunedin, St. Pete, and Clearwater. We could potentially set up other communities if we
Palm
have
Harbor and.
Yeah, you could go to the smaller Odessa.
But I mean, there's still. I'm sure there's tons to do in Palm Harbor. I'm sure there's tons.
Well, Safety Harbor would probably be the most natural progression.
Okay.
As far as what we could say is awesome. Or
but if you're going along the realtor route, I mean, Palm Harbor is huge for realtors.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
You know
There's got to be enough awesome stuff to talk about, though. I used to live in Palm Harbor. I don't want to diminish the. Palm Harbor is okay.
Well, remember, West Chase is just okay. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I guess you're gonna get down to Riverview if you You're starting getting down in those areas.
Surprisingly enough, we have an agent that we work with in Riverview, and he's crushing it. We do most of our stuff through his personal page. We haven't launched a Riverview is Awesome yet, but
I don't see it happening anytime soon.
No, this is no BS, Joe. You know what's blowing up is Apollo Beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the most successful realtors I work with, Mike Simpkins, great guy. Apollo Beach, killing it.
What's going on down there?
It's development. Everybody's buying on the water down. It's cheap
waterfront. Is there anything to do down there?
Besides
they're selling Florida Paradise down there. And people from all over are coming and say, I know for Tampa guys, Ryan's looking at me. He's giving me squirrel face right now.
Besides, you look at your backyard and you see those smokestacks.
Look, on a cloudy day, maybe you can't. But it blows my mind. But Apollo Beach, out of nowhere.
Yeah, for waterfront, it's a great buy.
Yeah, it is.
But what are you going to do? You're going to drive to Tampa if you want to go do anything?
No, I mean, they're selling water life down there. Yeah, Airbnb is like right on the water, and people are, getting on the water.
All right.
They have a nice restaurant.
They restaurant in Apollo Beach is awesome. Joe, is it possible to do a one-page book? That's terrible. No, guys, we got to do the business tip. We always run out of time for the business tip. Joe, you helped us out earlier with a social business tip, guys. The first on the Business Happy Hour, social business tip. What were you saying is a good tip?
So when you're looking at promoting something through your Facebook page or on social media, don't just click the boost button and put a few dollars down. I mean, analyze what are you trying to get as a return on this? What is the objective, so then you can measure your $10 or $20 test and see if anything actually transpired from it.
So what do you mean? Like Facebook tells you, it says boost this post for better performance, and then it's like you can choose men, women, 35, 40. Is that what you mean? Like target here?
Well, it's targeting for one. Most people aren't don't create your audience there. There's a whole other back-end dashboard in Facebook. That's basically Facebook's way of saying, hey, give us some money and
donate to Facebook.
Yeah, donate to Facebook. If you're doing that, that's really all you're doing.
So there's a way for you and I to get into the back end and tailor what we want, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, your chances are you've got customers, you've got someone's email addresses, you've built a database of some sort. You can load that into Facebook, and then Facebook can create an audience that looks like those people for you. So you can create a lookalike audience, you can geo-target it, add a whole bunch of other little features in there.
Geo-fence it, Ryan?
Geo-fence it.
That's not PVC, right?
It's not unless you dip it in Yellowstone. Dip it in the hot bath.
The hot bath.
Yeah, then it becomes geofence.
Yeah. But or somebody could call you if they're a hospitality business or a realtor or something like that, and they wanted some help doing this. Sounds like you figured out how to do it better than us.
We have spent quite a bit of money doing it, and I think we've done a reasonable job at it. I mean, we could do stuff, at least have an objective. At least we'll come back with a report and say, hey, this is what we wanted to spend, this is what we tried to get out of it, and here's what happened.
And you just so you know, guys, you missed the years of buying Joe a nice breakfast or lunch and getting all the advice.
Now it'll cost you.
It's going to cost you, but no, it's not bad. You guys really do need to check out TampaBay is awesome. You can look at all the prices and whatnot on the website. Hit the Contact Us button if you want to talk to Joe directly. You can do that. He's a local guy and ready to talk with you.
TampaBay Plumbers is awesome as soon as I leave here.
That's right. Oh, and we've already talked about it. We're all buying in at the $36 right now.
No. I'm going to steal his whole idea.
Oh, never mind. He's stealing the whole idea. That's what business is all about, guys. You're all listening to the Business Happy Hour. Thank you, Joe Malinowski, for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next week with a surprise guest, and hope you have a great weekend and find something to do in awesome Tampa Bay.